Hello everyone, my name is Steve with M&M Cards and Collectibles. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. I know it's tough for a lot of people on Monday. It seems to be the worst day of the week. Uh, the old saying, it's Monday. It could be a Wednesday and we could say, it's Monday. But anyway, I'm hoping you would join me in going through some 1950s vintage. I have not had the opportunity to open up this box. If you look on there, it looks like we've got some 51 Bowman, 52 Bowman, 52 tops, 53 Bowman, 53 tops, and assortment of 54 to 57. It looks like a couple of Bowmans and some rest are tops. So price 2012. My dad probably went through them, was bored or something. But before that, they probably sat on the shelf from, I don't know, I'd say early to mid, maybe late 90s or somewhere in the 90s is when they were put up. So, and hadn't been gone through then. It appears that they're in hard sleeve. So we're going to dip into them, starting with the only 51 Bowman we have. And it looks like Virgil Fire Trucks. 83-year-old card. We may have some other ones around, but I would have to say if he kept them, this was the box. I think we may run into some pretty rough cards through here, so viewer discretion is advised. I think that my dad used to buy these from a uh, dealer here in Toledo by the name, they went by the name of Black Sox. Um, Good guys. I don't know if they're around anymore. I know there's a couple shows here in Toledo that still go on. First and third Sunday of the month. And one's on Secor, the Knights of Columbus, just north of the expressway. And the other one is on Tremainsville at St. Clement's Hall. If anybody's interested, show up there. Usually, like I said, first and third. The Knights of Columbus is on the first Sunday, and the third Sunday would be St. Clement's Hall. They had a show yesterday, and I don't know. I totally forgot about it. Got busy, thinking about this new job I'm gonna be starting. I just took a road test today, and hopefully things will work out that way. But these are 50. These are 52 Bowmans, I believe, right here. Let me see the box lid there. Yeah, these would be 52 Bowmans. And again, like I said, viewer discretion is advised. Not in great shape. Got some creases. Got a punch hole there. And then probably mostly commons. I think, like I was saying, my dad bought these from Black Sox way back in the day. And actually, I'm sorry, those are 52 tops. I did that before. Here's the Bowmans here. The 52 Bowmans. I apologize for that. Another Virgil Red Stall Cup. I mean, I like the designs of the cards for sure. Got some tape on that one. But he would buy these in like a tub, and he'd give him one price for all of them. I think, at the time the guys would go through and buy sets. There's Eddie Yost. He's actually a distant relative of ours, along with Ned Yost. He used to play with Milwaukee, his son. That's all the 52 Bowmans we got. And then here are the 52 tops. So, again, very rough cards. These cards probably seen better days in the shoebox. However, they got traded through and things. Now, this card here, I want to see. I think this might be a... they normally have it on there, but I want to say this card's different. But no, why they would do that, I don't know. They got the black back on that and mostly reds. And now I think a lot of people would think maybe this is could be a fake. Just see how light it is. I'm not sure, but there's a chance it's a reprint, but it doesn't look like it. Would usually say reprint on it, but it's not as dark as those two there or that one there, so for that matter. So, or that one, I wonder. So here we go with we have a single 53 Red Heart. So Eddie Yost again. Not very good condition. I've never heard of the card company themselves, if they were in cereal or if they sold packs or not. If anybody knows, send me a comment. Let me know if you've seen these before or have any yourself. I'd be interested to find out where they came from. Then here's some 53 tops. Again, not too many. They got them in a bin. Maybe someday we'll just take them to the island of defaced cards and leave them there. So, who knows? Again, you know, somebody wrote all over that. It's terrible. But we have them. My dad likes to collect baseball cards. It doesn't. To him, it's really not about the condition. It's about having the particular year, and for him, it's reminiscing. You know, looking back at the cards he remembers as a kid, opening up these packs or trading them with friends and things like that. I think for the most part, I think these are 53 Bowmans. It's the only two we got there. Those. And then here's some 54 Bowmans. Again, there's Eddie Yost again. Probably the best card we got in the group. And it's not saying much, that's for sure. But, you know, I just, you know, looking back at the style of the cards and just, you know, this one here, it's not in bad shape as far as coloration or anything. It's got one good corner, looks like a little dent there, and those two are done. But you know, who knows? I don't know. Again, for an 80-year-old card, I would say not that not that good. So, even for an 80-year-old card, I think there's a lot nicer out there. I'm sure there is. The problem was there was no protectors, and back then in the 50s, I don't think kids or whoever was collecting the card at the time, mostly kids, knew that these cards would someday be worth, you know, tens, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions. So these are 54 tops. You know, they got a little colorful that year, it looks like, with little cartoons and things like that, which was kind of cool. All, you know, promoted towards the child, you know, the kid, the boy. Might have been some girls collecting, but I think, you know, these were for the young child. There's a few more, but we'll go on to the what is these 55 Bowmans. These are the TV, the old wooden TV, the old Magnavox or the old Curtis Mathis. So, you know, I think if you remember that commercial, honey, save the Curtis Mathis. Well, and then she says something about it's okay, it's insured or something. It's in warranty or something like that. I don't know. The only thing they wanted to save out of the flood or the fire was the Curtis Mathis TV. But again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on them, but not in very good shape. I would imagine in my dad's personal collection, he's got a lot better. But these are cars that were just out there meant to sell. Again, I don't know if that card in itself is worth $40 or not. 2012 is when he would have priced it, and again, that could have been graded. I would say probably graded. Okay, moving on. We have some more. I'm not going to go through everyone, but you see the condition of the cards, and we're just trying to get a little memorabilia, little memories of when you were a kid, opening these up and things, or remembering them at the shows back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. How we saw so many of these particular cards back then. Again, a little bit of animation. Not a good card by any means, but they were good looking cards. I mean, to me, this is what a baseball card is today. I mean, today you got the cards that are all fancy and schmancy and sparkly and prismy and whatever you want to call them, refractors. But nothing beats just a plain old card that had just a plain old signature, printed signature on there, and it said who the guy was. Pretty simple. In a pose of some sort, and that was it. I enjoyed cards. Later on when they started to come out with the cards that were a little more, I don't know, the faces of the pitchers sometimes, even today's. Wow, the faces these guys made throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastball is funny. It's laughable that these photographers get these guys in such strange positions, or obviously they're thumbing through the multiple pictures they're taking of that particular pitch and choosing the one that least suits the pitcher, at least complements the pitcher. That's what I meant to say. And these are 55 tops here. Uh, we'll go through another quick thing of them here. I think these are one of my favorites. 55 tops was certainly one of my favorite looks as far as a card is concerned for back then. Jim Finnegan, Russ Kammerer, Bob Trice, Art Fowler, Ed McGee, Carlos Paula. Not very good shape, that's for sure. And then I think there's some here that's a 55 tops that just say bad on the ticket, on the separator there. So we won't even bother going through them. Next is 56 tops we got here. Again, they resemble a little bit of the look. They just changed the name up into the top corner and a little smaller. So these cards here, again, they went to a plain back, not so fancy, but still with the animation. And I wonder if maybe this was they told a little story in a sense, and what a guy might have said. Brooklyn, here I come, it says. Ed helped Brooklyn win the 55 pennant with fine relief hurling. And then at Montreal in 54, he had the most complete games and tied for most wins. Brooklyn, here I come. And then he became a top pitcher by working on his fastball and control. So interesting. It gives someone a perspective, a little deeper perspective on the player himself. Never really paid much attention to what it said in the back, to be honest with you. But that's probably why these cards are in such bad shape, is because these kids did, and they talked about those things in their own particular, in their own personal endeavors and striving to be some of these guys, their favorite ball player out on the sandlot. I know I did. I wanted to be Mickey Mantle. I wanted to be Bobby Mercer and Greg Nettles. Ron Guidry. See, now this is a perfect example. This Johnny Cucks was probably a lot like what Ron Guidry was in the late 70s and early 80s for the Yankees. He was just a, all around, because I think Cucks was with them for at least 6 seasons. I know Ron Guidry was somewhere in that neighborhood, 6 or 8 seasons, maybe longer. I know he was there a while. He was he was a franchise pitcher, I think, for a while. 70s and early 80s before I think he got traded or he retired possibly. But again, beat up cards. But hey, they got a home here, and we're going to take care of them. We're not going to allow them to get any worse than what they are. So that's a good thing. And let's see here. Yeah, there's quite a few of the 56. And again, I'm not going to go through all of them because a lot of them they're all commons. There's really no stars in here. I mean, in that era, they may have been very, very good ball players. These are 57. I'm going to say these are Bowman's. Nope, 57 tops. It's the last of the bunch we have here. Johnny Cucks. I was a Yankee fan. I grew up a Yankee fan. But I also liked Detroit, and I liked Cleveland. Jimmy Pearsall was one of my favorite old-time players. A lot because I met him. We did a show at the Gladio here in Toledo years ago, and there was, I want to say it was Bobby Hall, John Spider Sally, and Jimmy Pearsall signing autographs at that one show here in Toledo. What a show. It was a weekend show. It wasn't just a one day. Usually went on Friday, well, usually Saturday and Sunday. They did have where you could set up on Friday, come in, set up. They had a security guard, and we went Saturdays. We never trusted our stuff out there like that. But anyway, and sometimes they were Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I think this show was Saturday and Sunday. We did both days. We'd pack up, take the stuff there, set it up, sit around, maybe open some wax packs, take a box or two, open them up, sort through them, maybe put a set together. Somebody's interested in a common set back then. That's how it was. A lot of people did buy the common sets. And but we got a few more here. Let's go through one more rack of 57s here, and maybe we'll take another 10 minutes and go through some other cards here. Maybe pull out some 60s or something. I see some stars over there in a couple boxes. Maybe we can thumb through those. Again, not very good cards. There's some in there that looked halfway decent, like this one here. It's probably one of the best cards in the box. Still got some corners to it. Doesn't look stained, but you know, if somebody was looking for Gus Zernial to fill up a set or something, here it is, right there. Anyway, so that's about what we have for 50s. Meager at best. And so I'm going to reach over here, pull out some area cards. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll pull box number 23. And this is what we got here. These look like there's some stars in there. A 81 Fleer Donruss. Let's see what's in them. Let's go ahead and just dig into them. Look like what my dad thought was stars back then, which I did too, probably. So you got Kevin Reynolds, a bunch of Kevin Reynolds. So that's what these are. So a lot of Kevin Reynolds there. Again, I have to say, I look at it as if a guy's a star, then he's either in the Hall of Fame or he should be in the Hall of Fame. It's kind of how I look at it. So we will just set this aside. And what I'll do is I'll say that's it for this segment. What I hope is to put a video out once a day on something, and we'll see where it goes from there. I appreciate if you would like and subscribe, of course, and let me know what you think. Give me some comments, some critiques, good or bad or indifferent. It doesn't matter. I can take either, but I need your support. I need your help, your suggestions of what you'd like to see. Maybe number one, I'm wanting to build up a subscribership, so maybe I can start up a little dollar auction like Junk Wax Sal does. We do have a lot of unopened stuff, vintage wax, junk wax era, and newer stuff as well. So I've been buying some of that. But like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.